Gamers of Reddit, what game has hooked you the longest and why? Mount and Blade, Warband. Want to crush some peasants, be a mercenary or a lord? This game has it all. And the glorious butter. Reminder that Bannerlord comes out in early access on March 31st of this year, finally. Have you tried the Viking Conquest expansion? It is awesome if you want to play in a more historical setting. I can't wait for my grandchildren to be able to play Mount and Blade too. I don't think Civilization V has ever failed to keep me entertained, which is why I keep coming back to it. I actually avoid playing it because I just know as soon as I run it the entire day is gone. Animal Crossing. Checked in every single day for an embarrassingly long amount of time. I have other game systems, but of the games I've played I've never been so attached for so many hours. I'm expecting to be glued to my Switch when New Horizons comes out. Finally found my people. This is my favorite game series of all time. I have an AC World on my GameCube that's over 15 years old that I still play on LOL. I want to switch simply to play New Horizons. Husband says I'm insane, I say he can bite me, smiley face. Mass Effect, because someone else might have gotten it wrong. You truly are the very model of a scientist Solarian. Favorite series? Hands down. All other games I play I relate to Mass Effect. Age of Empires 2. So glad to still be able to get home and play this game, it truly withstood the test of time. Wololo. Terraria because it takes me ages to beat a boss. Just started yet another playthrough and sank the first 30 hours of my holidays into it. I expect at least another 10 hours until I could hope to beat the Moon Lord. What a game. Sims, I love just spending hours building houses. I make ridiculous storylines for all my lil Sims, and before I know it one of them always becomes some dude who sits on a computer all day. The Sims is the game for me that I say, I have an hour to kill. I can play for a bit and then next thing I know it's 3 in the morning and I have no idea what happened. So happy they fixed it so randomers can't show up at your house and spend all their time on your PC anymore. No, childminder, you can't come over and hang out with my child as an excuse to play on the computer. FFS. Also get a life. She got fired. Kerbal Space Program, over 1k hours logged. I think it's the fact that I can build a rocket ship and land it on the moon. I'm not very good at the game, I can barely make it to the 3rd planet, but I just love building crazy rockets and seeing if they work. I'm over 2k at this point, have landed and launched from every planet and moon, but I find myself coming back to design yet another big craft, or a new type of shuttle or rover. There's always an idea stirring about a better way to do something. Kerbal is the game where you can spend 1,000 hours playing and still being light years away from achieving what some of the best players are doing out there. I too have over 1k hours logged, and the best I've ever done is getting Kerbals home after landing them on Duna. I have yet to visit half of the planets and moons of the game, and only landed Kerbal on 4 moons and 1 planet. Game, Factorio reason, the factory must grow. Honestly though, Factorio keeps my attention because there's infinite possibilities and there's basically no penalty for changing your direction. Want to move this entire factory over 3 squares so you can make a perfect smiley face? Okay, no problem man, your robots will take care of it in a couple minutes. Realize you placed the wrong kind of thing? No worries, here it is back in your inventory. Notable exception, the fucking bugs who destroy your shit. Warning, do not play this game unless you have a lot of spare time. Titanfall 2 because the movement, the story and everything. 6-4's a family, and we'll kick your ass. I enjoyed it. Left 4 Dead series. Such a great coup game, which was one of the first to introduce face-paced zombies. Have a combination of 1,400 hours between the 2 games and is always a blast to replay through the old campaigns as well as new ones being made by the modding community. I've accumulated over 1,500 hours on L4D2 on PC because of the Steam Workshop. I personally think the custom maps are better than the developer maps. The Golden Eye campaign is in my top 5. RuneScape. Specifically SRS. The oldest account I own right now was created 4,986 days ago, over 13 years, with 77.5 days worth of game time just in OSRS. This doesn't even account for the time my account has on RS3. The thing with RuneScape is even if you say you've quit, you never truly quit. Came here to type this same message. Working on 99 mining right now. Tongue. I have currently quit and am focusing on bettering myself socially. Can't wait to give up on that and finish my SERB task. Probably Borderlands 2, I spent hundreds of hours farming the right gear to make the perfect build. The feeling of accomplishment after finally getting the drop you needed with perfect parts was untoppable. I had easily 1,000 plus hours logged and probably 10 to 15 max level saves. Borderlands 3 is a pretty great game, but I don't know if anything can match how addicting BL2 was for me. XCOM, capturing the one more turn mentality of Civ with the emotional attachment of Fire Emblem. Also mods add an insane amount of stuff in this game, with a very active community. XCOM 2 with mods is my most played game on Steam, and it really doesn't feel like it. With the emotional attachment of Fire Emblem true, and it's a bitch, that's why I'm having fun in the beginning and get angry when I built up and got attached to my team only to see it miss a 99% shot and get mauled by a 20% attack by some fucko alien. You're showing some real disrespect to Minesweeper. What I hate about Minesweeper is that while most of the board can be figured out through logic, the really hard boards will almost always come down to luck in the end. Minesweeper, making me look busy on the computer at work for years. D. Imagination. After 10 long years, I was finally allowed to play with my brother and his friends. We have 3 weekly games going. Man, I am almost ashamed of how many hours I've put into watching Critical Role. Probably Dwarf Fortress for sheer time since adoption. Even if I go years without playing, I'll see an update posted somewhere and see that now I can be a necromancer and corrupt the region, or now there's an entire new bit of world gen or god, when it finally got Z levels. No matter when you come back, there's just so much potential. People have literally made computers using water pressure and cats. Hell, people made a thermonuclear exocyane just using cats. It's just something special. I come back to DF at least once a year and binge for a few days to see all the new features that have been added since the last time I played. It's an incredible game. Monster Hunter. 500 hours into World plus Iceborne, 550 into 3 Ultimate, mostly solo, 400 into 4 Ultimate, and 250 into Generations. It's something about how the combat feels, the variety of weapons, and the meticulous detail the devs put into each monster and the world around them that keeps me coming back and wanting more. Every quest is a boss fight and I love the adrenaline rush. Otherwise it would be Smash Brothers. Been playing since Brawl and have been having a great time with my friends in Ultimate. Recently picked up Mario and I absolutely love dunking people with the almighty forward aerial. And the only reason there's no one here to upvote is because they're all off playing Monster Hunter. Stardew Valley. I paid $15 for Stardew Valley in 2015. I'm still playing that mother to this day. I'll have passed the 500-hour mark by the time I'm finished with my current run. Same. I also got a second wind when the multiplayer feature was patched in. Now I can run my mayonnaise empire with my long-distance friend. Fallout and Dark Souls. Both can easily take up to 400 plus hours of my time each. Edit 1, the series of the games, not just one game from each series, but if I had to choose which took the most time, I'd say Fallout 4 for its sandbox and modifications functions, and Dark Souls 3 for its online community and 100% completion. I loved Fallout 3. Warcraft 3 because of its custom maps. I wish old Battle.net tracked the amount of time you spend in the game. I played a lot of Dota and tower defense maps. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.